Greetings, greetings. How are you all doing? I believe you're all blessed, blessed, blessed of the Lord. I am so excited today because this week I came across this powerful, powerful passage. In the past, I would read about it, but I didn't take the time to just meditate upon it. And this passage is coming from the book of Matthew 15, verse 21 to 28. We also find the story in Mark 7, 24 to 30. And so this is a faith of a Gentile woman or the Canaanite woman. In Mark, she is known as the Siphonian woman. And so let us read the story. Let us turn our Bibles to the book of Matthew 15, verse 21, going down. Then Jesus left Galilee and went north to the region of Tyre and Sidon. A gentle woman who lived there came to him, pleading, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, son of David, for my daughter is possessed by a demon that torments her severely." But Jesus gave her no reply, not even a word. Can you imagine that? Can you believe that? The Messiah was quiet. He just looked at her. And so then his disciples urged him to send her away. "Tell her to go away," they said. "She is bothering us with all her begging." Then Jesus said to the woman, "I was sent only to help God's lost sheep, the people of Israel." But she came and worshipped him, pleading again, "Lord, help me." Jesus responded, "It isn't right to take food from the children and throw it to the dogs." She replied, "That's true, Lord. But even dogs are allowed to eat the scraps that fall from their master's table." "Dear woman," Jesus said, "your faith is great. Your request is granted." And her daughter was instantly healed. Can you imagine that dialogue that went on between her and Jesus and the disciples? You know, by Jesus being quiet or telling her what he said, he was trying to see the level of her faith. He wanted to see how much she believed that the daughter would be healed. And so he did that to test her. And so you can imagine what she went through when he said that it is not right to give the bread that belongs to the children, to the dogs. And they also said I was only sent to the lost sheep of Israel. Back then, the Jews believed that Jesus was only sent to the lost sheep of Israel, that the Gentiles did not have an inheritance or a portion with the Messiah. And so that's why the disciples said that, send her away because she does not have a portion with us. Well, Jesus came for everybody, and that's why he was found in the Gentile region. He went there to preach the gospel, to seek and save the lost. And so, whatever Jesus did, he just did it to test the woman's faith. And truly, he believed that she had so much faith. And that faith is what healed her daughter, who was demon possessed. She was instantly healed. The word tells us. You might be a parent and you might have a child that is going through certain struggles. It could be an illness she's been battling or he's been battling with a long-term illness. It could be, even being possessed or maybe an addiction. All kinds of struggles that our children, kind of experience, go through, such that they need the help to get better. And the scripture tells us that. by this woman having great faith, believing on behalf of the child to get better. It's also a lesson to us, you know, if we have children that are going through all kinds of troubles, if we believed on behalf of them to get better, they will be better too. In the book of James, we're told that faith without works is dead. This woman had to leave her daughter. I'm sure this woman had gone way out of hand to look for, you know, people that would help the daughter get delivered. And when she heard of Jesus, it was an opportunity for her to get what she needed from him. And so it did not matter what they say to her. It did not matter whether Jesus stayed quiet or not. It did not matter whether the disciples sent her away or not. What this woman knew is that she was not going to go away, because I believed she heard about the miracles, the signs, and the wonders that Jesus performed. And she was like, I'm going to be a part of that story. I'm going to believe on behalf of my daughter. And I know that from these stories that I've heard about the Messiah, that he has come to deliver, he has come to set the captives free. My daughter is in captive. And if my daughter can't go to Jesus, I am going to go on behalf of my daughter to Jesus. And my daughter is going to get the help that she needs. And so when the disciples were sending her away, that did not matter. When Jesus said those remarks that he made, that didn't matter, because she had one focus, and that was to see her child get the help that she needs. Then Jesus says, you have such great faith. Your daughter is healed. She got the help that she needed on behalf of her daughter. It's the same thing. Same thing. We have what it takes. We have the faith to help our children overcome the struggles that they are going through. But we have to act on it. This woman acted on it. And so how do we act on it? If it's an illness, go and see every kind of doctor that needs to be seen as you are praying and believing God for the healing of that child. Every specialist that needs to be seen, go to them to find help for your child. Or if it's maybe being demon possessed, go to every pastor. Get the deliverance for your child. They lay their hands on the child for the child to be delivered from that possession. Or maybe it's academic struggle. Go and sit down with the teacher. Find out why your child is not doing well. See a specialist on behalf of that child. Sit down with that child. Find extra lessons for that child to help them get over their struggles that they're experiencing as you are praying and believing God for your child to get the help that they need to be the best that they can be in school. Or maybe it's addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, all kinds of addictions. Find a specialist. Take your child there. Let them get the help that they need as you are praying and believing God for your daughter to break free from those addictions. I remember one time, one of our sons, Joshua, we didn't know at first that he had a disability. And so he was born in 2018, and we just waited and thought he's going to walk. But we still prayed. We didn't know what to do. We thought maybe some kids just delay. He's surely, definitely going to walk. And so from 1 year, it now went into 2 years. Our child was now walking. He just kept crawling and crawling. That started to break our hearts. We didn't know what to do. So we started praying. And it was around COVID time when everything just went shut. But we just kept praying because we didn't know what to do. And so God sent a very good friend of ours who said, go out of your way, get the help that this child needs because this child needs to walk. Find specialists, look for them, search for them. And so we called a certain center. There was no response. There were, you know, the recordings, like, you waited, forever, to get a response. And so she was like, do not give up. Write them an email. Find a way to get to them to have your child get the help that they need. And so we kept on pressing and pressing until we received a response from that center. And immediately they came on board to help us. Our son had, all kinds of therapies to help him, walk. And at 4 years old, our son walked. It took a lot. It took a lot of help. It took a lot of people to help him to walk. But he eventually walked. He's still not talking, but he's still undergoing all kinds of, therapies to help him to be able to talk someday. And so we prayed and we believed that one day our son will be able to walk. And with the help that he got, he was able to walk. So don't give up. If there's any help that you need to get to help your child overcome their struggles, go out of your way. Go out of your way. Search for help as you are praying and believing God for the healing of your child, for the deliverance of your child. Let me just also say this one more thing. Some of my kids don't need help with their academics. They just excel. They're just smart. But one of them, kind of struggled. And I didn't know what to do. I'm like, maybe she's just gonna turn just like that. But I didn't sit down. I went to find out. I asked the teachers and I started to motivate my daughter. I started sitting down, doing homeworks with her, always motivating her, supporting her, and getting the extra help that she needed, to do well academically. And today, as we're speaking, she has been chosen to be in an intellectual class. I believed that she was a smart child and she would do better. My faith helped my daughter to be where she's at today. And so I believe your faith can help your children overcome their struggles. Be in it with them. Don't let them struggle on their own. Believe on their behalf that those addictions they're going through, together with your help, they will overcome them. Go out of your way as you are praying and believing God for the healing of your child. I hope you have been blessed, as I have always been blessed by this passage. This woman who had such great faith. And I believe every woman, every mother has that kind of faith. They're able to believe on behalf of their child. And if every other woman came, if I could, then I believe that you can. When you look at your child today, believe in your heart that whatever struggles that they seem to be going through, with your help, they will overcome them. Present your child to Jesus. Stay blessed.